Namaste, Jason Adams, a Vedic Virtuoso here today. Today begins Mahalaya. There are a few significances of this holiday, but what I want to focus on is a practice called Tarpanam. For the next couple weeks, through September 7th, you can practice this ritual called Tarpanam. What this is a practice to thank your ancestors for having paved the way for you into this life. So there are a few items that you should have on hand in order to practice this ritual. So let me show you what you need to have. I mentioned a couple days ago to grab some black sesame seeds. If you can find them, you can find them at an Indian grocery store if you have one in your neighborhood. Otherwise, you can find them at a grocery store. So grab some black sesame seeds. And to kind of prepare the space, you can have a few items. If you take some water, put some sea salt in it, this will absorb negative energies. And then you can take a little bit of Nagchampa, you can take some incense. And it doesn't have to be Nagchampa, but any kind of incense. And a candle. So we'll light the candle, light the incense, and then we'll take the black sesame seeds, put a few of the seeds in your right palm, and we're going to infuse this energy into the black sesame seeds. So this is a prayer thanking our ancestors for their help. So let me just read a couple paragraphs essentially describing what this energy is dealing with, a Tarpanam. So each of us is born with 3 debts of karma. We owe a debt to the gods and goddesses, which we discharge by making this world a better place because of our having been here. We owe a debt to our ancestors, which we discharge by respecting the elderly the way we will want to be respected when we are old, and by teaching the young people the way we want this world to become. The 3rd debt is to the gurus, which we discharge by living in accordance with the wisdom that they taught us. Where we are today, what we are doing today, what are our achievements and aspirations, all in part are predicated upon the path that our ancestors have prepared for us. Each of us took a birth with a certain destiny and a propensity to fulfill that destiny. We took birth into a specific family that created an environment most conducive for us to become what it is that God intended. Many of our families inspired us to become what we are by showing us what we might not want to become. By both positive and negative reinforcement, our families prepared our paths, just as we are preparing the paths of those who will come after us. Therefore, we want to say thank you. We who like where we are and what we are doing want to demonstrate our respect and appreciation by asking for blessings from the preceding generations. These following mantras create that attitude. So, this process is called a Tarpanam. So it's a Sanskrit prayer, and I'll read it first in Sanskrit, and then I'll give you the English translation. So grab your black sesame seeds if you don't already have them, place them in your palm, and kind of enclose them, and we'll say a little prayer over these sesame seeds. So we're infusing these seeds with this energy and our intention. Om Kurukshetra Gaya Ganga Prabhase Puskarani Cha Ye Tittatani Punyani Tarpnakali Banvanti Cha Yamaya Dharma Rajaya Nrityave Chantakaya Cha Vivasvataya Kalaya Shava Bhaktushayaya Cha Om Pita Svarga Pita Dharma Pita Yipya Paramam Tappaha Pitara Pritimapani Priyanti Sarva Devata Om Ashisho Me Pradyantam Pitara Kunyamaya Vanda Santatayam Nityam Vardantam Vandavamama. So the English version. Om Kurukshetra, Gaya, Ganga, Prabhasev, and Puskara. These are the meritorious places of pilgrimage that are to be remembered at the time of offering to ancestors. I bow to Yama, to the King of Dharma, to death, to the inner being, to he who is the universe, to time, to he who causes the destruction of all existence. Om, my ancestors are my heaven, my ancestors are my Dharma, my ancestors are my highest tapas. If my ancestors are satisfied, all the gods will be satisfied. Om, O compassionate ancestors, bless me. Always speak words of peace to me and release me from all bondage. So again, this next couple weeks through September 7th is a great period to remember your ancestors, say a little prayer, and thank them for everything that they've done to help better your life by showing you their wisdom, their encouragement, and even their negative aspects that have shown you things that you don't want to continue doing. So both positive and negative reinforcement that they've shown you has helped to mold you into where you're at today. So after this practice, you can take your sesame seeds and place them on a little altar if you've got a little altar set up, or you can just toss them. But we've infused these seeds with that energy. So thanks for joining in today and checking out what a Tarpanam is all about. Namaste.